Welcome to the start of leg 3 of the Ocean Race Europe 2025 here in Cartagena on the southern coast of Spain. Leg 3 is going to take our 7 IMOCA teams north to the French coast and the city of Nice. And it's quite a straightforward route, but the start is tricky. We are facing an upwind start line, a little bit of seaway, and a decent amount of breeze. Our 7 IMOCAs will certainly be fully powered up, and we're going to ride along with them as we get to the 2-minute mark for the start line, and then we will stay with these boats as they head off on this journey. Right now, on board with Team Holcim PRB. Carolyn Brouwer, Rosalind Kuiper on the pumps, on the winches, providing the power.
1:45.
The view from the sky as we get into that 1:40 to go. And that yellow mark just on the bottom left-hand side of your screen, that is one end of the start line. Team Holcim PRB, Biotherm, Alagrande Mape, Team Militia, all within picture at the moment. The other 3 IMOCAs out of view on the right-hand side. Team Militia now deploying their jib. And in fact, Team Militia just starting to creep backwards at the moment, needing that jib, needing that forward sail just to get the boat under control. The last time we saw that team start was in Cowes, and they got their timing disastrously wrong. They began the leg, they began off the line on the back foot, maybe 20 seconds back from the line and behind everybody else. This time, they're determined to catch up, so they are pushing forward now. Alagrande Mape with their jib out, holding back. Team Amala comes in from the left-hand side, and Team Holcim PRB is looking to loop round now. Canada Ocean Racing B Water Positive in the blue, also coming up to the line. All 7 IMOCAs now approaching the line. Patrick Arquet coming in from the right-hand side. They have got all the rights. Everybody else wanting to start on port tack, but that means you have to give way to Patrick Arquet coming charging through. Team Holcim PRB going behind. Canada Ocean Racing with the blue sails also going behind. There's a big bunch coming in on the right-hand side. There's only going to be room for one. Team Militia gets the first spot, but it's a big bear away to go behind Patrick Arquet. And the start gun fires, and I think Patrick Arquet has absolutely nailed the timing into that line to perfection. Pushing into that line on that far side, Biotherm just squeezing in underneath Patrick Arquet. Team Amala just behind. The big question is, can Alagrande Mape get some room? They do not have the rights to squeeze in here. Team Amala need to leave some space. And it is very close on that right-hand side of your picture. Remember, these boats, the foils, the outriggers, everything sticking out. And Alagrande Mape is dangerously close at the moment to Team Amala. And Team Amala are putting the bow up. They are squeezing upwards, reducing that narrow gauge between the 2 boats even tighter. And all of this means that Ambrosio Beccaria is having to hold his bow up. He's having to go slow. He needs to give way. He has to keep clear. Team Amala will be winning this bout. Meanwhile, Biotherm out in front looking really strong. Patrick Arquet, the only boat to start on starboard tack, heading over to the right-hand side. We can expect them to tack pretty soon. And the same thing's going on at the moment with Team Holcim PRB and Team Militia, really close together. Frank Camas on Team Holcim PRB pushing the bow up high, really squeezing off Team Militia. And the German flag team already suffering. Boris Herrmann, the skipper, back on the helm for this leg. And they will be feeling the pinch. They are only getting the leftover wind from Team Holcim PRB. Behind those 2, Team Amala and Alagrande Mape, still very close indeed. Team Amala is refusing to let Ambrosio Beccaria through. Now the big slip. Alagrande Mape falling behind, and we get a 1, 2, 3, 4. The procession starts with these 4 boats. Biotherm really finding some space round the stern of Patrick Arquet, is enjoying some wonderful free air. Here's the view from Biotherm. Sam Goodchild, just to leeward, keeping his eyes peeled with that headset locked in to Paul Mayer on the other side of the boat, being able to paint the picture and describe the sight, and it's a good sight. Nicely to windward. Now, technically in the rules, if Team Holcim PRB, if Team Militia were to tack over, Biotherm would have to avoid, but I don't think the Team Holcim PRB is going to be able to do that. Oh, and look at this. So, Alagrande Mappe, they had enough of being pushed to windward, to the left-hand side of Team Imala. They didn't like their position, and as soon as Team Imala pushed ahead, Alagrande Mappe came underneath and is now powering away. Each of these boats, a different design, a different style of sailing needed. And for Alagrande Mappe and Ambrogio Beccaria, he wanted to be free. And now, with Alan Rohrer above him, Alagrande Mappe can put the bow down, they can sail a little bit freer, a little bit further away, a lower angle, and with that, the speed will come. I'm sure his pulse was racing at that start. That was very close between these boats, and there were flashes of that start in keel going through my mind. But now they've got a bit of space. Avoiding the drama and enjoying the clear air, Scott Shore on the helm of Canada Ocean Racing B Water Positive. All the teams at the moment pushing away from the start line, sailing upwind, the scoring gate about 14 nautical miles away, but it will be a beat all the way up to that scoring gate. So we're going to be seeing plenty of manoeuvres and plenty of opportunities. And for Canada Ocean Racing, they think that it's best to be to the right-hand side of that group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 IMOCAs over their shoulder. 6 IMOCAs with Patrick Arkea as well. So our furthest boat on the right-hand side, with Scott Shore on the helm. This is where it's really challenging as a helm. You want to look over and look at this group here, but you need to keep your eyes on your instruments and on your sails. On board with Team Holcim PRB. Now on starboard. Leading that pack into the cliffs. Boris Herman, the skipper of Team Militia, he took the last leg off, handing the keys to Will Harris, very much his right-hand man. This time, Will Harris steps away, parenting duties, sailing on that leeward side, and Patrick Arkea now going behind. So Patrick Arkea coming back across on port tack. This was the boat that started so strong on that line, on starboard, forcing everybody else behind, but sailing in close to the cliffs and having to do those extra maneuvers to be in that position has pushed them back at the moment. Down below on Patrick Arkea. A new skipper for this leg. Jan Elias, or I should say skipper, not actually skipper. Corentin Horu takes over the skipper role, but Jan Elias, 3-time winner of the Solitaire de Figaro, steps in to replace Johan Richomme, who's taking this leg ashore. Ariana Labateau on the winches. Ambrogio Beccaria on Alagrande Mappe, taking his turn now to be down on the far side. Over the left-hand side of the picture, out of view, Canada Ocean Racing B Water Positive. Biotherm just ahead of Alagrande Mappe at the moment. Now, how far do these three boats, Biotherm, Canada Ocean Racing, and Alagrande Mappe go? Well, as I say that, Canada Ocean Racing now sailing back in. The further out this way, the sea state starts to build. You can see the boat pitching and rolling on the waves. But further north, in underneath those cliffs, the wind a little bit more confused. So do you get the sea state on your side, or do you prefer the steadier breeze offshore? Abby Ehler stepping on board Alagrande Mappe for this leg, part of Team Holcim PRB for the last edition of the Ocean Race with the Round the World course. Now, if you have been in Cartagena, you will know it is incredibly hot there at the moment. And I'm sure these sailors will be very pleased to be heading off into the cool breezes of the evening and the night. But at the moment, it is sweaty work ahead, managing the full power of these 7 Amokas as the breeze is blowing here. On board now with Team Amala. Alan Rohrer down below, just feeding that little bit of information and coordinating the efforts of the 2 sailors inside. Rebecca Gumar, Mathis Bourguignon. Up top, Conrad Coleman taking on helming duties. They are coming across from the left-hand side, but they are in the pack at the moment. And as they keep coming across that way, they're going to come into Team Militia and the others. Cole Brower on the right-hand side of your picture. Francesca Klapčić on the pumps. Louis Berrier just diving out the hatch to take a look. Boris Herman again on the leeward side, now the right-hand side of Team Militia, able to keep an eye on the boats to his right on that far side. Slightly unconventional helming position, but he certainly makes it work for him. Early stages in this leg, but Team Militia coming over on port tack, and you can see Cole Brown and Francesca Klapčić working so hard to provide that power, but balance it in the right position for Boris Herman up on deck. This is the view looking over. These boats all making their way to that first obstacle, the bonus gate. About 10 nautical miles to go, but plenty of maneuvers, hard work, and a lot of sweating before they get to that point. And right now, it is pretty close. Difficult to call who is going to get those 2 points for being the first to cross the line. After that, the stretch to Nice. Leg 3 of the Ocean Race Europe 2025 underway here in Cartagena.